Alright everybody, so plow's on, and so isn't the pump, piston. Right now it's actually pretty well mounted. The only thing I want to do next is, like I said, make this so it pivots instead of using those 3 locker holes. The problem with that is when I lock this, it often gets too close to my tire when I'm turning and I catch it, especially on this side. As you can see, it gets closer on that side. So what I would like to do is make this so it actually pivots more freely, and make it so I can control it with either a lever connected to right here, which I could put a shaft on this side instead of that little arrow pointer. Put something there with like one of them things I use for like the tractor setups, like the one on the Craftsman over there. And yeah, so next step for me is to wire it in, which means extending these 2 wires from here to reach all the way down there. So that's the next and final step actually. Once I do that, I will be able to fire the switch and see if she lifts and falls down. The only thing I'm not too sure about is if it's going to actually lift. If not, I've got these 2 nice little parts right here that I got holes in them. I can put springs from here to here, so that'll help it lift it just in case the pump doesn't have enough, because before, like I said, it was actually underneath and I controlled this, which went to a piece of angle iron which lifted up on that bracket over there that I cut off, as you can see. So we're gonna try and finish her up shortly, and then in another update, eventually we're gonna get that hood up back on here. We have to cut for towers now, and eventually what I'm thinking is I might use these towers I got, get some nice gas pistons and put some pistons on the front of this for suspension. But we'll see when the time comes, but until then, we'll see where we go. Next time you see this, I'm gonna eventually get the clutch assembly, which, as you can see from, I can't remember if I posted the last video or not, I'll have to check, but my last video I started to make my clutch, and now I've got it basically done, except for the fact that it's still, you press the clutch, both parts move, but it does not get quite tight enough because of the tension from these springs back here. So I need to readjust these 2 springs so I can create enough tension to put enough power on this belt so I don't slip. So let's see where it takes us, but that's where I got with my clutch design right there. As this pulley comes up, it raises this one off, which gives more tension, and as this one drops, it applies tension on the top, and as this one pulls, it applies pulling tension. So by the time next update comes, I will have all of those things hopefully finished up, and I'll be driving around seeing if I can get a top speed with my plow on. See how fast I'll be plowing this year. Should be going a little better. And eventually, when I take the plow back off, either this year before snow comes or beginning of next year in the spring, I'm going to take that rear pulley and change it with a 2-inch just to see how fast it can go. So yeah, I'll see you next time.